Hello, OST team. I hope you're doing well. This is a demo of our latest MVP and product. So here you're going to see the landing page, which has a description about OORB, what it is, and our mission. It shows our current partners and collaborators, of course, our founding team. And then it also highlights our most important features and what we offer to our users. Then there's the About Us page, which shows a summary of our main areas of activities, some pictures, and some stats about what we've been doing so far since we started in June 2024, and a call to action, and then there's a simple contact page. But the main attraction happens when you actually log in. So this is only for beta testing, as explained in the report. So you can only log in with one account that we are providing for our beta testers. The username is test and the password is test, just currently for now. You can't make any new accounts, but we can log in using this one. So you can try it out for yourself. So I'm gonna sign into the OORB Studio here. And then you can see the main attraction. You land in the main editor view where you can see a fully integrated system with the file system and the tree of files where you can fully edit them via VS Code integration. Here, any user can work on their files, create newer files, and modify their code all within one environment. Of course, they have access to a fully working terminal too. So this is a fully working Linux terminal with where they can basically work on their projects in one place without the hassle of setting up anything initially. So I wrote here hello OST team, and you can see that you can basically do whatever you want to do in one place. Also, you can create newer files too. So whatever we can like add anything to the code, and it will all be very seamless and easy to use. I wrote here hello. What else can we check out? Of course, yeah, you can add newer files. So you can here choose the kind of file you want to create. This is all basically go ways to make it more accessible and easier for users to set up their projects and get working. So this is one of the main components and features of OORB. Then our proudest addition yet, and a new thing we have added in this version, which is the OORB full 3D editor and viewer. This is a fully integrated 3D editor that runs on the cloud and is fully served via the web. So you don't even have to install any software for 3D. You can see, as I'm doing here, fully model newer objects. You can modify them, rotate them, play around with your objects as you want, and this basically replicates like major and honestly computationally heavy 3D tools, so that you can do it all in the browser and on the cloud. So you have your items view, you can edit individual components, of course, and view their characteristics. All of this gets translated to a markup language that serves the actual chat later, and I'll tell you about it later. But here you have pretty much the most basic features that any editor can have. You can import files, you can and working with them, and it's going to prompt me here to save the file that we were working on. Then you can, of course, that's the feature for you to actually work within also offline tools like SolidWorks. You can also do performance tests, so you can basically do scripts to generate multiple parts. So this is going to take some time to load, but it created 8,000 shapes in maybe like 6 seconds. And this is very useful if you're trying to automate your 3D modeling process. And this also helps you get ready for prototyping and testing. Of course, you would be working with more complex parts, not like boxes like I'm doing now, but that gets the main point across. You can also upload fully like existing projects and work on them here instead, or create newer ones. And here you have a fresh interface where you can start modeling any new part, etc. So this is a fully integrated environment, and it's very useful for any hobbyists or people that are trying to learn to basically do everything in one place, from the software setup as we saw before to even the 3D part. This pane shows you the latest comment history. This is really important if you're trying to set up new projects, or if you're like working on important parts of the project, so you can see the history. Then there's the config. So this shows you all your system information, the platform you're working on, the version of the OS, your host name, the memory you have access to. This is a fully containerized environment specifically made for every new user and every new team. The main attraction is the model or chat, which is a chatbot that has RAG built in. So it has access to a database of ROS and robotics documentation that can give you very accurate and uh, correct results and outputs. So here, like I wrote, teach me how to build an ultra-in robot. It gave me all the steps that I need. It's tailored to always give you something that's a step-by-step approach. So let's try writing, can you give me the config files needed for ROS or config files needed? Okay, that's good enough. So it can also generate very accurate code. And the good thing is that this code will be matched to your actual files. So it has the context of the files you were working on in the actual terminal, in the actual file system. And it can also pull from the 3D editor itself. So if I ask it about fitting into my 3D models, it will actually give me the correct steps to create models that would fit my what I'm trying to describe as hardware or as software. So it's a fully integrated system. And that's what's great about our chat. It's what makes it more performant than any mainstream chatbots. For less technical users, we are still working on a fully integrated system that's called the Interactive Builder, where you can basically have a low code or zero code interface to actually do all your robot modeling and your robot configuration. So here you can see me configure a camera just from text, or you can basically use existing packages like servo motor, battery, etc., to drag and drop and, and interact with them just with no code. Everything you do here gets translated to markup language like JSON. Also, you can compare whatever it is you're trying to do with what you did via these blocks. So to make it also like really important for you to check. And there's also the control interface. This is also still a work in progress, only front end for now to control robots in the future. There's also the code sample interface where you can use existing documentations to get you going faster. And this is just for security keys for APIs. So that basically sums up these features for less technical users. And if you go back, you can also like work on newer projects. And here I'm going to create a new project, and everything is reset in a new containerized environment that's ready to be used by another team or for another project. So it changed here, and as you can see, it's now clear. So yeah, that's for the actual ORB Studio, which is running the ORB framework. This will be a SaaS subscription model. And now we can move on to the robots. So for our hardware kits, we have the ORB Robot Dog, which is the quadruped educational kit. This is what it actually looks like, and people can actually use it as a modular robot to learn about robotics. It's fully 3D printable, very easy to use. We have fully done the steps of prototyping. So we've printed this, we've made sure that it's very user friendly and easy to use. And we have also rendered all the needed materials, such as the guides for it, the manuals, the production manual itself, even like for producing this at scale, etc., which is really good. And we're basically ready to actually put this into the form of a kit. We've also done the operational part of this to outsource actual components. Currently, we have we have all of our suppliers mainly based in China, but we can still be profitable with suppliers from Tunisia too. And yeah, this kit will be aimed at education and at people trying to get into the field. Next up, we have the OORB or Ross All-Terrain Robot Platform. So it's in an earlier stage than RoboDog, but it's also in the MVP stage, so it's almost ready. So this is a very big robot that acts as a platform where you can basically put on other systems on top of it and use it to do multiple tasks. It has full autonomy and autonomous navigation and SLAM navigation capabilities, and you can see more of its features in the report in written form. This already has two interested clients that are funding its prototyping. One is Laretzi Lab, and the second one is Ocean Quest, which is a client from Switzerland, which has already paid us to actually buy this robot and pre-ordered it through one of our co-founders. Also, we're currently in like working together with Ocean Quest to develop actual modules that can be put on top of RALP. That's what we have developed with them so far. So this is a robot arm module. They can be put on top of RALP to actually use it for beach cleaning tasks. That's what Ocean Quest mainly works on. And this highlights that RALP is a very versatile platform as a very versatile robot. This also runs open source software, so it's running ROS 2 Jazzy with Slam Toolbox, which basically allows it to have navigation. We have also finished working on the software part too, so we deliver this with an existing software package that's really plug and play and easy to use. Then we also have our custom robots. So this is an example as part of our collaboration with Polytechnic SUS. We've developed the OORB Polyeto V1 and V2, which are two mascot robots. One is smaller size, as you can see here, and one is expected to be ready in 2 weeks, which is this bigger one here. We've been working on it for almost 2 months now. This is really important because it gets us some cash flow, because these are paid projects that we've given to Polytechnique, and they pay us in the form of materials, 3D printers, access to things that we wouldn't have normally. But since we don't have a legal structure yet, we can't receive cash from them. But yeah, that also works out well for us. Even like for 3D printing, we were able to get a 3D printer that's more that, that costs more than 3k TND as payment for one of these projects. So that sums up our current MVP status from the hardware kits component, which are the RALPI and RoboDog, and from the software component as you saw. You can test out the ORB Studio fully by logging in on orb.io using the test username and the test password. And for these robots, we would have to do a full demonstration. So maybe in the coming weeks, we can do a full video demonstration of using these robots in the field. Thank you so much.